it's a creativity function. So make some noise and show us some warmth in the room.
Right. It's been a lot of comedy in the room so far.
Hey!
But I'm here now. So Tony, you're in for a treat. I'm actually a poet. So I'm going to do poetry at you tonight. Some of you aren't going to understand it, I won't lie. And quite frankly, if you do, then I will have failed. So normally I write my poetry in menstrual blood on the back of a small child. But they weren't available in football practice tomorrow morning. So instead I'll be reading my poetry from this iPad. I'm aware that makes me look like a camera. So I've always been a poet. I started looking back at some of my earliest poetry the other day, and I was truly humbled to read it and just realise just how talented I've always been. So I'm going to read you some of this early poetry right now. This one is from when I was about 13, 14, and it's called I Feel Pain! Pube! 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 That's 8 pubes I have now! And like a skinny wee cow, I'm developing a small set of udders. I'm a teen in the 1990s. Mr. Claymore gave me the hairy eyeball over a Bunsen burner this morning. Potassium nitrate wasn't the only thing burning, no. His loins were also yearning, burning, sperming. Mary Mulhoon says he's not looking at me, that his eyes lazy, but mine's not an optometrist, so when she know nothing plus she smells of TCP, she puts on her acne, she's gross. I'm a teen in the 1990s. I find it really hard to articulate my feelings because they're really big. I'm a hero in the 1990s, an articulator of emotion to whom to show my devotion, a hero with a huge forehead and a way with words that's totally awesome, oh, awesome! You can visit my creek anytime! I'll be the Joey to your mother kangaroo. I'll put myself inside you. That's an extension of the kangaroo metaphor. I'm not suggesting I'd feel it. Although I would. Probably if you'd ever watch. I must go now, turn my hand from the quill to the plough to do a reading comprehension on sheep enclosures of the 16th century. It's really boring. I intend to subvert it, to pervert it, to suggest it is we who are the sheep enclosed in the school system. Alright, that school is full of fools, shaping us into memory mules rather than equipping me with the tools I need to rule these sheep, and I will wear their wool one day instead of their shitty regulation school jumper, which is gross, makes me look like I've got no tits still on the toll I have. Treatment! Take an ibuprofen! Get the shit out of there, thank you very much. That's the end of that one. Woo! I have some shorter poems as well. This one is called 50 Shades of Grey. If anyone ever slapped my ass with a ping pong paddle during sex, they will never find the button. It's both a poem and a warning. This poem's about my last experience at the job centre. Hello, Miss Poet! What happened this time? You lasted 3 days at Greg's the Baker, I see. Greg's are not fans of anarchy, Miss McGee. Greg's do not understand that the hand that crimps pasties also writes poems. But sometimes the two get confused. And I crimped sailing words of truth into the pasty itself, words like hot turds into the toilet bowl of consciousness. Words written in the pastry, so that the display behind the glass can say, written in steak bakes and beans, surprise, Cameron is a cunt! Which, I don't know if you remember, but about a year and a half ago, Cameron introduced the pasty tax. So, it's a particularly poignant political statement, if not very topical. Right, says Miss McGee, avoiding my gaze. She seems in her daze, slapped senseless by my anarchist ways, while she grazes like a bovine drone, tied to her desk to her telephone. And actually, she's really genuinely got a torso shaped a bit like a cow. But I don't tell her that because I'm a feminist. That means we know something as base and unimportant as physicality. Even when someone's wearing something so unflattering. Why would you wear a white top and cream trousers when shaped like a fridge? But I don't notice that because it's irrelevant to the struggle. Miss McGee pays at her screen and moves. That's a funny surname, Poet. But there must be a mistake. We don't seem to have your first name in the system. I'm not in the system, Mrs. McGee. I'm not of the system. I fist the system with my bones. The system pays me 51 quid a week, thinking it keeps me weak, thinking me prostitute while I loot the copper sock and feed on beans and wake the drones from my sleep one sailing turd at pay. Okay, she says, but I just need your name, just need it for the database. My name's I had it changed by default because I am what I do and I do what I am and I am what I do and I do what I am and I am what I do. An infinity of reflected loops into the core of my being, which is feeling and expressing, and the absurdity of wordity and expressing to convey the who I was and am and what and will be. I am the poet. Just like if you change your name, Miss McGee, you'd be something like the human rhombus. Because she's also got a limp, so she's sort of leaning sideways like a shit fridge you'd find in a skip. Upshot of that is I've been put on working tax credit, so I don't have to go in anymore. Home doesn't really have an ending either. Yeah. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough then. I've given up smoking this week. Anyone else given up smoking? No? I recommend electronic cigarettes, if you do. Very nice. Slightly addictive, so I'm trying to cut down on this now. So now I only smoke them after I make love to my electronic penis. I'm on about 20 a day. Can't actually feel my legs. I'll end on this one. This is a bit of a crowd pleaser because it's about sex. It's called Potato. It's actually more about potatoes, to be honest. Potato! Potato! A word that rhymes with fellatio. I know it doesn't, but let's go with it because the poem's fucked otherwise. But universally speaking, lips get to grips with saucy chips more than with penis. Potatoes are very popular, fellatio not quite as much. Oh, jealous penis, do not fight the tumescent tumour, you will not win. The potato is a deadly foe. The penis wears a hoodie, but the spud wears a badass jacket. Dick and chips. Dick and chips. Not a meal I feel comfortable eating. Mash and gash. Also not a meal I feel comfortable. What does suppose let's hear about me and my gastronomic sexuality. I don't know. Oh, potato, how often we embrace, a coupling often born of lager and shame, and yet upon waking, I can remember your name. It's Edward. The Royal Edward, a fried and fat aristocrat. A napkin wipes away the residue, but these damn fries, they leave their lecherous mark upon my thighs. The girth of the working class house is the mark of the potato. Oh, potato! Potato. I say potato. You say potato. Nothing. Potatoes don't speak. I'm not great at endings, to be honest. That one's finished as well. Thank you very much, guys!